ultimately the reason we race is to win, not to go there and have a nice time. So I think that part of it is what we're about. The same ethos I suggest would go into the gym, where even down to each other we just want to beat each other. So when you have a group of people like that, it tends to move everything forward very quickly. I am super competitive. You know, even for me, like driving home, for example, I hate getting overtaken because someone's going to get there before me, and that's just, it's a really hard thing to get out of, and just a mindset of always wanting to get there first or be there first or you know, beat the next people. Trying to manage that side of it and making sure that you just perform on the things you really need to is a big part of getting older and the experience of knowing what you need to do. I am one of the older ones now, which I don't quite know where that went from. You know, from the first campaign, it doesn't feel like, you know, 9 years ago, but that is what it is. But it's the same, and it's kind of been the same across all the campaigns. You know, from the first one I was a younger one, and you learn from the older guys how we need to do things and the best way to do things. But I think it's important that as the younger guys, you know, you're there because you're bloody good at what you do. So it's not about being stuck in old ways of the older guys, and it's important that the older guys, like, you know, like me now, for example, is that we listen to the younger guys and not just say, nah, right, we're doing like this.
Pressure looks good. I think we go to boundary here.
We have a strong unity across the team. You know, like obviously we have the sailing team, and then we have the boat building team and the riggers and the electrics. It's easy for a sailing team, probably in the past, to not try and be too involved in that sort of side of it, but all of the guys are pushing really hard to make sure that we are on top of our areas, but on top of sort of interpersonal team relationships, to making sure that everyone buys into, you know, what we're trying to achieve. And you can see that in the shed, that, you know, all these guys are doing ridiculous hours because they want to give us the best possible boat that we can then go out and do their dream as much as ours, you know, is to win the America's Cup. Yeah, I mean, expectations is always a hard thing to talk about and to manage and make sure you're on top of, but, you know, expectations for me is to win it, really, but that's a hard thing to do, as we all know. So we just got to, you know, make sure that we keep a lid on the expectations and emotions, and for us, we'll just keep our head down. We're not there to have a nice time and make friends, we're there to get it done, and then we can have a nice time when we come back here.